ascent for man. 1 giant leap for mankind.
Hi everyone. I have to be quiet because the lawyer wife is sleeping. I think. I'm not going to risk it. Let's go ahead and muster up where you're from, what you're munching on this Thursday morning. It is Thursday morning now, 12:19 a.m. Eastern Time. I'm going to throw up in my mouth. I don't stay up this late too often anymore. I'm no young buck. I'll admit, it was a struggle. It was a struggle to make it here, but now that I'm here, I'm wide awake, looking at this giant, frosty, soon-to-be boomstick. Brand new spanking rocket, man. Not new capsule, though. Endeavour, this is its 4th flight, I do believe. But the first stage is new. All right, let's go ahead and muster up here. Lab Padre, what's going on, Lab? Good to see you. Everybody subscribe to Lab Padre's YouTube channel. We go way back, Lab and I. Hopefully I'll get to see you, Lab, this month with a Starship launch. We'll see. Mr. Slave. Oh, jeez. Wait, what's he say? What's Mr. Slave say? Oh, Jesus Christ. Keith Mabe, good to see you, Locals members. I do have the Locals chat open. We already have a couple super chats. Eric Beavers. Oh, please clap for Eric. BFR Beavers, man. I'm going to get us started tonight. It's a rare thing to see Kevin up past 7:30 Eastern. Like I said, that's true. Tonight, I'll be matching all super chats up until stage 1 lands slightly off center to the left. Okay, I'll go with you tonight, Eric. I'll say to the left as well. My daughter Addison wants everyone to know she is the biggest Space Eccentric fan. Hello, Addie. I don't know if you go by Addison or Addie, but I'm gonna call you Addie. Like math, I'll just call you Math. Addition. All right. Keith Mabe from H-Town, Texas. Oh, by the way, Eric and his fam is from Colorado, but I don't have a Colorado soundbite yet, but I'll get there.
I pulled him out of a place on Midgard called Texas.
And Keith Mabe, thank you so much for the super chat as well. You guys are awesome. Way to go, Eric. I'm saying booster lands off center to the right. All right, we got left, we got right. Who's going center, right? Somebody needs to go center. Sergeant Salty. Henry Pierce. You like the trailer, Archer? Appreciate you. That's my bread and butter right there. It takes me way back. It's like the first thing I ever did on YouTube over 15, 16 years ago. Washington State. New York City. Chewing on some Trident spearmint. Nice. Armstead Allen. What's going on, Captain? Hey from Sun City, Arizona. If we're lucky, that's right, Master Chief Lab. We shall see. Rumor was rumor was earlier today I was hearing through the grapevine, that Boca Chica grapevine, that the FAA was going to give SpaceX their approval, but I don't think that happened. At least I didn't hear that actually happen. I might have missed it. It's been a busy day for me. I had to clean up dog poop in the backyard and kick Kuno out of the garden, digging holes. Texas again. Tacoma, Washington. Oregon Trails, Central Texas. A lot of Texans in the chat, man. Michigan, all right, neighbor to the north. Of course, I'm Kevin from Ohio. I guess I should say that. Ohio in the house.
We're the Manchester United fan club from Ohio.
Idaho. What's going on, Idaho? I love me some potatoes. I like fries. Beaumont. More Texas. Portugal. There we go. Someone from outside the states. Queensland. Australia. What's going on, Australia?
Austria. Well then, good day, mate.
I don't have the doggo cam hooked up because the dogs are sleeping. So that would be not very entertaining to just stare at them snoring. Fox Pup, what's going on, man? Nebraska, land of corn. That used to be Ohio, but then we got other stuff like toxic fume clouds. Take it easy there, Justin. Don't make me put on the slow chat. California. Man, North Carolina, again, more Texans. All right, we're going to go big screen here in a second. Of course, this is Crew-6, so NASA's hosting this stream as well as SpaceX, which means we're on the 720, but at 60 frames per second at least, okay? And you might notice, it should be the case at least, that my stream is now 1080 at 60 frames per second because I upgraded my PC. I went with the new CPU and GPU, although the CPU would be more for the higher quality streams, I guess. Okay, let's go big screen really quick. I'm moving a little bit slower than usual because Kev tired.
Launch.
SpaceX Dragon crew displays are configured for launch.
Of course, they're launching from pad 39A.
And once again, on behalf of the entire SpaceX team, we're honored to have you aboard Dragon Capsule Endeavour on its next trip to the International Space Station. We wish you a great mission, good luck, Godspeed, and enjoy the ride.
Godspeed. At the Florida Cape.
And thanks again to everyone out there who made the vehicle, the ISS, our mission, and our crew ready for launch. Really want to thank everyone and appreciate the great call, much appreciated call for the scrub the other night. It was a great call and a good learning opportunity for the crew and I think for the teams. And so, once more to the breach, dear friends, Crew-6 is ready to launch.
I got my shoot tee on. Hopefully we don't see any shoots tonight though, brah.
Some nice words there.
It's an anticipatory shirt.
And SpaceX core located here at SpaceX Mission Control, which a live view there on your screen, as you can tell by perhaps the ambient noise around me, the energy is starting to grow in anticipation for launch coming up about 8.5 minutes from now.
That's right, the energy is high here, Kate. Now at that T-minus 10 minute mark, we heard the good luck and Godspeed from the teams here in Mission Control in Hawthorne, where that crowd is gathering. Meanwhile, we're tracking the loading of fuel and oxidizer on the first and second stage. Second stage filled with fuel right now, continuing to fill with oxidizer. It'll be the last of the tanks to fill. Stage 1 continuing to be underway. At the 10-minute mark, you heard that call for configuring the crew displays for launch. That was confirmed. At the T-minus 10-minute mark, it also is a point where Falcon 9 launch commit criteria gets checked by the computers past that milestone. Now we're counting down to the next milestone at T-minus 7 minutes, which is setting up for engine chill.
That's right, we should hear that call out in about 44 seconds. At T-minus 7 minutes, we will actually open up the pre-valves to the M1D engines, those 9 engines at the base of the first stage. That will allow a little bit of that super chilled, densified liquid oxygen to flow into the hardware, those turbo pumps.
Wake up, brah. His eyes are closed.
Helps prepare the hardware from a thermal standpoint or a temperature standpoint for that full flow of super chilled liquid oxygen. So we basically open up the pre-valves and a little bit of that LOX flows in and helps cool the hardware down in preparation for full flow of liquid oxygen.
Engine chill has started.
So apparently, since I changed the settings on OBS to reflect my new CPU, I overdid the bit rate because YouTube's yelling at me right now. The stream's current bit rate at 9,000 kbps is higher than the recommended bit rate. We recommend that you stream at 4,500. So I just went in the settings and turned it down by half. I don't know if it's, I hit apply, but I don't know if I have to like do anything else, like reset OBS or something. So YouTube's just gonna have to suck it up.
And there's that confirmation. We're counting down to T-minus 5 minutes at this point. At T-minus 5, the Dragon is configured for terminal count. And at terminal count, Dragon is switched to internal power, right now receiving power from umbilical lines from the ground. Also at just under 5 minutes, we'll be waiting for strong back retract. The arm that's currently propping the Falcon 9 and Dragon up. We'll see the clamp arm start to open, and the strong back itself will tilt about 2 degrees off from where it is now at a 90-degree position. Just a little off, and then it'll get out of the...
You like their wellies? I need to get me a pair of wellies. What's going on, Justin Liam? Just realized this launch is happening at 12:34 a.m. Eastern on March 2nd. Yes, sir, it is. That's why I'm a little bit sluggish right now. I'm half asleep, not going to lie, but I'll wake up as soon as they light this candle. Yes, I could turn up the volume. Here you go. There, now you can hear the wind.
Tanks are pressurizing for strong bay retract.
All right, and we heard both of those calls. Dragon onboard computers are going to take control of the vehicle. Should be seeing the clamp arm at the very top of the second stage, right underneath where you see the unpressurized trunk of Dragon, which is indicated by the half black and half white indicators, the black being the solar panels that provide power to the Dragon on its transit to the International Space Station. That confirmation of strong back retract, we should be able to visually see that strong back.
The strong back will retract about 2 degrees away from the vehicle.
There it goes. It's the claw.
Liftoff.
The claw.
Strong back will actually go back to 45 degrees. That strong back is part of the transporter erector, which provides the liquids and gases and electrical connections to the vehicle.
Wake up, Kev. Wake up, Kev.
As Gary pointed
I got
out,
this.
Clamp arms opened up underneath the trunk, just above the first stage.
Listen, I need my beauty rest. Does this face look like it can afford to sacrifice any beauty rest? I don't think so. Fog machine tonight, man.
Fueling remains underway. Propellant load remains underway. All fuels are loaded. That RP1 liquid oxygen load should...
Stage 1, lock flow complete.
There, we just heard that call out that is all done.
Oh, you stop it, Salty. Sergeant Salty. Stop it. You're embarrassing me.
At about T-2 minutes.
Can't even see the rocket. It's a freaking fog machine tonight.
Load is complete. We'll see some more of that white gaseous cloud forming around the vehicle due to those lines being
Dragon is
closed
in
off.
terminal count and on internal power.
It'd be funny if,
Good
like,
call out there indicating that Dragon is running on its own power.
if like the rocket just disappeared behind the fog and Elon walks out on the pad wearing a magician's hat. Ta-da! I would laugh really hard if I saw that. He should do that sometime.
Comfortable there on the right-hand side of your screen. About 15 seconds remaining in stage 2 LOX load.
They don't look nervous. What's going on, John Randolph? Good to hear from you, dude. Welcome to the chat.
Stage 2, lock flow complete.
I always say the fog hides the aliens. Yep.
Dragon is in auto idle.
You heard those calls. The Falcon 9 fully fueled with RP1 rocket fuel as well as the liquid oxygen. That call of Dragon is an auto idle. There's going to be a series of calls.
Gas close started. Expect rising.
There's the gas closeout, purging the lines of the fuel that has supplied the Falcon 9 with RP1 and liquid oxygen.
They better launch this thing tonight. I'm not doing this 2 nights.
The Dragon flight computers are configured for launch. flight termination system will allow Falcon 9 to talk to Dragon.
Some of you suckers have done this for 3 nights, or no, tonight would be your second night because they scrubbed this once before. But that they launched that at like what, 2 in the morning? I'm not staying up that late, man. That's nuts. That's dedication. I don't have it.
Dragon, SpaceX, go for launch.
SpaceX Dragon copy. Go for launch.
T-minus 30 seconds.
T-minus 30 seconds and counting. All teams pulled go.
Seconds.
Ready for an on-time launch for the instantaneous.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Godspeed, boys.
Full power and liftoff of Crew-6. Go Dragon, go Falcon.
Rock on.
Now launching on Endeavour's first flight to the International Space Station. Vehicle pitching downrange, 1.7 million pounds of thrust provided by the 9 Merlin 1D engines on the first stage. Hearing good calls, stage 1 propulsion is nominal.
They're going quite fast, aren't they?
We're now at T plus 34 seconds into the 6th rotational crew mission on board Dragon and Falcon 9.
Power and telemetry nominal.
The rocket just feels faster than usual to me for some reason.
So there we heard the call out indicating that the first stage engines will begin to throttle down in preparation for max Q, which is the moment of maximum aerodynamic pressure that the vehicle will experience during flight.
Love that sound.
That call out there indicating the vehicle's traveling faster than the speed of sound.
Max Q.
Stage 1, throttle up.
All right, now that we're past max Q.
1 Bravo.
Copy, 1 Bravo.
That 1 Bravo indicator are different abort modes that are called that allow the ground teams and the crew to track about the position of the Falcon 9 and the Dragon as they make their way up the eastern seaboard. In the
I love the sound of that rocket exhaust, man. Those rocket engines.
Where Dragon would land,
started.
as well as indicate what series of maneuvers Dragon would indicate. But so far, we're hearing good calls on the performance of the Falcon 9 on its ride uphill.
I've been finding myself playing KSP2 lately just so I could hear the sounds of the rocket. I'm not even playing it. I'm just launching rockets and listening to the sound effects of the exhaust system.
30 seconds away from main engine cutoff, which will be followed quickly by stage separation and second engine start, which is the ignition of that MVAC engine on the second stage.
Pretty colors. Psychedelic, man.
Now about 10 seconds away from main engine cutoff.
Two Alpha.
Copy, 2
Stage
Alpha.
separation confirmed.
There you can see on your screen.
Brand new first stage did its job.
As well as ignition of that second stage engine.
Brand new second stage did its job so far.
Second stage is now carrying the Crew-6 astronauts to orbit. Beautiful view there on the left-hand side of your screen coming from the first stage, which, as you can see, is still gaining in altitude. It has not yet reached its apogee. A beautiful view of the Florida Space Coast there in the background.
Meanwhile, we're tracking good performance on that MVAC engine. On the screen to your right, we'll be hearing periodic performance calls about once every minute for the status of the trajectory of the second stage and the Crew-6 astronauts that are inside Crew Dragon Endeavour. We'll also be hearing call-outs, just like you heard just there, as we pass over the various ground stations along the ascent track.
Dragon, SpaceX, nominal trajectory.
There's that performance call out.
Dragon acknowledges nominal trajectory.
Cool as ice,
First
man.
stage there on the left-hand side of your screen. That first stage still gaining in altitude, although that gain is slowing down. It will be making its way back down to Earth, landing, attempting a landing on our drone ship. Just read the instructions, which is located off the Florida coast by a couple hundred miles.
The MVAC engine on stage 2 burns for 6 minutes after second stage ignition. We'll continue to see this engine burn until about 8.5 minutes into today's flight.
Dragon, SpaceX, nominal trajectory.
SpaceX Dragon nominal trajectory.
Again, these performance calls happen once a minute. Flight teams continuing to track the Falcon 9 and its ascent. Everything's looking good so far. You'll also continue to hear those check-ins of the ground stations as we pass them.
Yeah, whenever you, whenever I think of liftoff and the ascent part of the trip, I always think of the rock and roller coaster at Disney World, Planet Hollywood, I think, where it like pushes you into your seat at that launch point when you start off on the roller coaster. That's how it would feel the entire ascent to orbit. Like right now, still, T plus almost 6 minutes into this, the astronauts are still being pushed into their seat like that. It'd be fun. I believe around like 3 to 4 Gs, if I'm not mistaken. It's been a while since I looked into it, but I think it's like 3 to 4 Gs at most during the ascent trip. It's not that terrible. I think it's more like 3. Waiting for that first stage video. Should be coming in about a minute.
Everything looking nominal for both first and second stages. Now coming up
Prove
to
it.
T plus 6.5 minutes into flight.
Should have that re-entry burn
Mostly
here
what we're hearing
soon.
now are the performance calls in the second stage. In about a minute is when we'll see a series of events in rapid succession. It's been a pretty good pace since second stage ignition. About less than a minute from now, we'll start to see
Dragon,
more action on the
SpaceX,
first stage.
Nominal trajectory.
Kev, do you still sell the Jolly Rockets banner?
Dragon nominal trajectory.
I know we do sell the Jolly Rocket merch in one of the links below, and both the links below actually. I don't know if we still sell like the wall tapestry, but you can check on that website. It's been a while since I checked that out.
20 seconds away from the first stage entry burn. That burn will last about 30 seconds and help slow the vehicle down as it re-enters back into the Earth's atmosphere.
Oh, the board on the wall.
And there you can see
Stage 2, FTS has saved.
on your screen that first stage entry burn has begun.
Yeah, I never actually sold the Jolly Rocket board on the wall behind me that was there. I had that custom made.
That the landing burn begins.
But Keith, if you want like
Another 10 seconds of this entry
the original
burn.
file, I can send that to you so you can have one made if you wish.
Again, 3 engines relit, the center and 2 radial engines. And conclusion of that entry burn.
Meanwhile, good performance on the second stage. Since second stage ignition, we've been in a 2 alpha abort mode. The next abort modes will happen in rapid succession to Bravo, to Charlie, Delta,
Terminal
and Echo.
guidance.
Each indicating different series of maneuvers in the event of an abort scenario, but as you've been hearing through the periodic checks, we're seeing good trajectory, good performance on the Dragon and Falcon 9. SECO, second stage engine cutoff, would be coming at 8 minutes 48 seconds. Coming up on that event.
SpaceX Dragon Shannon.
Shannon.
Copy, Shannon.
Now off the coast of Shannon, Ireland. Standing by for SECO.
MVAC SpaceX shutdown. Stage 1 landing burn.
Here we go. Here we go.
We heard the
Keep
call
it.
indicating that landing burn.
Dragon, SpaceX, we have a nominal orbit insertion.
Great news there for
SpaceX Dragon copies nominal orbital insertion.
Gonna be left or right, guys.
Dragon Endeavor.
Stage 1 landing leg deployed.
Up, we're looking right. Go to the left, left.
Drone ship, just read the instructions.
To the right.
Stage 1 landing is expected signal.
And there you can see on your screen, and also indicated by the cheers behind me,
Signal.
successful landing of this booster. It's first
Sorry, Eric.
to space
Almost had it.
for its first
An eruption of applause here at SpaceX Mission Control. And of course, after second stage engine cutoff, you heard that call that the crew is in orbit. They're now in a coast phase, where the second stage remains idle for about 3 minutes before Dragon separates from the second stage. Meanwhile, you can see that first stage in the legs right on target. We're now getting views from the second stage. You can see this is one of the
You called it,
cameras
Keith.
pointing
You were
up
right.
into the trunk.
Eric and I were
Dragon.
wrong.
Of course, we're continuing to get views of the expansion nozzle at the end of the MVAC engine. The
Or
crew is in
starboard.
orbit. Falcon 9 has
For
almost
you
done its job.
CBs.
It completed its job with propelling the astronauts
Man, it's
for
a
the 6 minutes
it's a
of the second
packed
stage,
Hawthorne tonight.
the more than 2.5 minutes of the first stage.
Must be third shifters.
Continuing in this coast period. We're heading to about the 12-minute mark after launch. So we're approaching 11 minutes right now. But it's great to see the crew in orbit. Of course, we are waiting for that separation. You can see this view right here of the MVAC engine. The second stage really in just an idle position, really just coasting, not many commands being issued from the Falcon 9. But of course, at the very end, we'll actually issue the command for separating the Dragon from the Falcon 9. You'll see a series, you may see a series of burns. The Draco engines on the service section of the Draco will fire and increase separation distance from the second stage.
I do dislike it when NASA co-hosts these because we don't get all the cool timeline heads-up display features that we usually do, and it's 7:20 right now. Eric, thanks so much again, Eric, man. You're too kind. You're definitely not a sore loser, Eric. Well, Keith got it. I was so close, and he tipped me $50 to say that. You're too kind, Eric. I love you. How many hosts do we have tonight? We have Jesse and this Kate. That's her name, Kate. And there we have Jettison of the trunk and capsule Endeavor on its 4th flight on their way to the space station.
Dragon Endeavor.
This is normally when they give a short
now
speech,
floating free in space.
thanking SpaceX for the ride and everything.
That's right, the Falcon 9.
Dragon, CE here. Welcome to orbit. Congratulations. Your flight is exactly 4 years after the flight of the Demo 1 mission. Like Andre said, all the best things take 2 tries. Happy that we could get you off tonight. If you enjoyed your ride, please don't forget to give us 5 stars.
Get you off tonight, perverts.
Also, a friendly reminder to put your sushi orders in for CRS 27. Have a safe ride to the space station, and we look forward to seeing you when you get home. Thank you for flying SpaceX.
Sushi's disgusting, bro. We've talked about this.
And SpaceX Dragon copies all. That was fantastic. Thank you.
All right, 0G indicator. There it is. My face isn't covering it up. It's a thing.
The Crew-6 astronauts, of course, having a strong
Little
bond.
alien in a spacesuit, it looks like.
And SpaceX Dragon, we'd like to really, for the great ride to orbit today, is greatly appreciated. May have taken 2 rides, but 2 times, but it was worth the trip. And I guess I'll pass it over to Woody for some words.
Woody.
SpaceX Dragon, just want to say as a rookie flyer,
Where's
that
Buzz?
was one heck of a ride. Thank
Where's
you.
Buzz, Woody?
I would say put it as an absolute miracle of engineering, and I just feel so lucky that I get to fly on this amazing machine. Thanks to SpaceX, thanks to NASA, Commercial Crew Program, and our international partners. A lot of innovation went into this, tireless work out there, and a lot of painstaking attention to detail and focus on testing. And I think that's what makes it all possible to fly humans in space. Thank you.
Alien on a leash right there. Got the Russian is speaking, cheating off his iPad. Babushka Sabanka. Those are the only Russian words I know.
Международной командой, как Международной космической станции, работая вместе на благо всего человечества. Today humanity takes another step for next big leap.
What if he's like just, you know, giving away all the secrets of Dragon right now? He's trying to communicate to Roscosmos like all the top secret information he's learned. All right, I'm going to wrap it up there, you guys. Yes, I am getting slap happy. Thank you for pointing it out. It happens. But it's been fun. You guys have a nominal night, okay? And we should still have a Starlink stream tomorrow. I guess it'd be today, technically. Let's make sure it's still there. Yep, so far so good. Today at 10:52 a.m. Pacific time. So I do plan on covering that. Make sure you subscribe and join me, all right? Hit that notification bell and click all if that's still a thing. I don't know. I don't look into it anymore. I'm more focused, I guess, on Rumble these days. We'll be surpassing YouTube soon enough. We're closing in. Then YouTube can be dead to me officially. Have a good night, you guys. Godspeed.